7 years ago, a group of Latino students were amazed that nowhere on this campus existed representation of Latinos in a work of art. Cesar Chavez was soon selected by students to be honored with the bronze sculpture that will stand on this campus for generations to come.
The day of the unveiling of the first Latino leader on this campus, I mentioned earlier this morning, I didn't know what a void it was, that my alma mater didn't have this, and so for me to be here today on the day of the unveiling means the world to me.
This charismatic and humble leader organized farm workers and fought for their right to be treated justly, to be treated with respect, and to be given fair compensation that gave dignity to their labor. This is a great day for Texas. It's a great day for our campus and our university. And I want to take this moment to thank and recognize the artist himself, Pablo EDUARDO, for making an icon that will grace our campus forever. Pablo?
Oh, it's been a great journey from the very beginning. In my studio, I guess you could say, we have a motto, how hard can it be? And I guess that's a sort of loose translation of si se puede. When you need to accomplish something which is phenomenally hard, and you just look at this guy and you go, whoa, he did it, you know, and we should take him as an example and put on our shoes and walk.
It just makes me so proud because I've come a long way myself, you know, and my family has too, from, you know, working in the fields to, you know, getting through school and making it here at UT and just working really hard, and it means a lot to me. I couldn't help but cry.
Con mucho orgullo y una celebración, we're here to celebrate the unveiling of the Cesar Chavez statue. Cesar would be humbled to be acknowledged in this way. He was a man that never sought recognition. He ran away from recognition. We stand here, parados aquí en UT, with an acknowledgement that we are creating leaders, Hispanic leaders for our nation and for our wonderful state of Texas.
The presence of Cesar Chavez's statue on our West Mall will join Dr. King on our East Mall, and it unites our campus through two powerful voices for freedom and justice and civil rights.
Let us recognize the major contributions of Cesar Chavez as not only a civil rights leader, but as a union organizer and labor leader. Cesar Chavez's work in the labor movement was at the core of his life's work, and that work is not yet done today. Si se puede!
I think it's not just a celebration of where we've come as a community and as a student body, but it also stands as a reminder of how much work there is still to do.
It's easy to not be aware of real life problems that are going on. For instance, the fact that slave labor in the fields still exists.
Most people think about, like, you know, child labor and, you know, working in the fields as if it was like 50 years ago, 40 years ago, 30 years ago, but it still goes on. When you're out there in the burning sun and it's 110 degrees outside and you're working from 6 to 4, you know, it's hard, which is why I'm in school and which is why I want a career, so I won't ever have to do that again, and my family won't ever have to do that again.
As a migrant worker growing up, I didn't know who Cesar Chavez was. You know, or the kind of work he was doing in California. It wasn't until I arrived on this campus as a freshman in the fall of 1988. So it wasn't until then, which is kind of sad because, you know, I lived the life that he was fighting for, all those conditions. I keep learning more and more about this man, and the more I learn, the more I like him, you know.
I mean, I have a picture of myself with Cesar Chavez when I was really little. I've always seen that picture and understood that that meant something very, very special.
He proved that you can gain rights, you can make a change without being violent. You can get a voice just by getting people involved, and you can make a change that way.
So a lot of my family members have their degrees from here, and I feel like I'm continuing a legacy of maintaining a Chicano presence on this campus.
I would not have made it at this university had it not been for the Hispanic District Student Association and the mentors that took me in. You know, they were the ones that created that sense of family, of belonging.
The Latino Leadership Council is an amazing way to meet people in all kinds of different Latino organizations.
Right now I'm in the HHPO, which is Hispanic Health Professions Organization. I'm also in MSA, Mexican Student Association.
I am involved in MECHA, Movimiento Estudiantil Chicano de Atzlan, and also the Student Farm Worker Alliance.
The organization which I'm the biggest part of is UT Ballet Folklorico. What we do is traditional Mexican folk dancing, and I've been doing it for 2 years. I actually started here at UT. I had never danced before that.
Today we're actually doing 3 dances from the region of Jalisco in Mexico.
If you dance Jalisco, everyone knows because you have the big colorful dresses and big braids, a lot of makeup, but I love it. It's really taught me more about my culture. I learned to dance that region and I showed my mother. She started crying. It was incredible.
It's my hope today that this statue will remind future students of my grandfather's values of education, community service, and nonviolence. And it's also my hope that when you see this statue, you'll be reminded of the thousands of men and women who work to feed this nation, because that is what my grandfather would have wanted. Thank you very much, and si se puede.
Just to have a Latino figure on campus is a big thing.
It's very important for the Latino culture and for our community.
It means the world, you know, being that this is a flagship institution.
There's a place for everybody on this campus and in this community and in this city.
You can find any kind of conversation you want on campus with any type of person.
I wanted to have an experience where I could really be out on my own and be independent and meet all sorts of different kinds of people, and I figured UT would be a great place when it came to diversity, so here I am.